Welcome to podcast 14 in my series of Who Let the Master Out. We're currently stepping through the journey of coming back from fear through the map of the chakras. In the first chakra, we discovered and faced our fears, and then we moved into the second chakra where we felt real emotion and flowed through it. And then this next chakra, the third chakra, is the solar plexus. And it's here where we rediscover our power of choice and where we can learn to change our habits. The first two chakras are about getting real with our fears and emotions and being able to observe them. But this chakra is about being able to choose differently, not just being a leaf dragged along in a raging river of fear. So this solar plexus chakra, its color is yellow. And it's located above the navel area, which that's around the area that's toward the bottom of your ribs, like just right at the base of it. And this chakra has the function of willpower. So the power of choice, the choice to unconditionally love the world. And when it's balanced, our inner state is laughter and joy, but we can also experience anger and some of the other emotions of fear. And it's because when we're remembering our power of choice, and it's being reactivated within us, we see the two choices that appear before us. And every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. And anger and all these uncomfortable emotions are rooted in fear, so that's why it presents itself as one of our possible choices, even when the chakra is balanced. So the function of the solar plexus chakra is willpower. So it makes total sense that this is also where we rediscover that power of choice. When we are fearing outcomes, we hesitate on making decisions because we're afraid of what the outcome will mean about us. Will we still be lovable? Will people reject us? My God, will they hate us? But as we work through the chakras, we realize that we are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And when that is our foundation, fear leaves us, and we can make solid decisions about what we want. We begin to disregard what we think everyone else wants for us. And that usually isn't clear anyway, since everyone's desires for us are usually going to be contradictory to each other in some way, because not everyone has the same expectations or desires for our lives. When we understand that our emotions are based in the power of choice that resides within us, we can realize the extreme ups and downs we are experiencing in life are within our ability to stabilize. And as we get to the root of why we feel such strong emotion, we can release the tie that we have to the fear that amplifies those. A lot of our frustration comes when our story of what is supposed to be is conflicting with reality. Through our power of choice, we can inquire into our story, releasing the need for things to be a certain way, and we can clearly see what is and choose to be content with that. Tension comes from self-judgment, and it's rooted in fear, usually of not living up to some standard and what that would mean about us. But when we realize our power of choice through the solar plexus chakra, we recognize that we are the one who controls our own definition and our own self-worth. we can redirect all that attention from outside of ourselves inward into the thoughts that lie within us. And then we see those thoughts as the lie that they are. We can change our habit of what we think about ourselves by looking at each thought as they arise. If they don't match up to the reality that we are powerful, supernatural, eternal, spiritual beings made from unconditional love, then keep questioning until you see the whole in the story. And as we discover our power of choice and change our habits regarding fear, we can commit to a decision of choosing unconditional love. And when we do that, it gets really quiet in our head. In the silence, the whispers of love start to become louder and more clear. It's during this time that we begin to understand which voices are of fear and which are of love. And trust me, the voice of unconditional love, it's pure, it's bright, and it proves itself as truth. Just as the voices of fear are not peaceful, and they will prove themselves as lies. We are all intuitive and empathic. We can all hear the whispers of love. They're constantly talking to us, but we can't hear them above the voices of fear playing loudly in our heads. So when we turn down the voices of fear, we can do that by balancing the chakra. So balancing the solar plexus chakra is associated with calming emotions and frustration, easing tension, and helping to better utilize our intuition. And to balance this chakra, you can focus on the color yellow. Whether you wear yellow clothes, buy some yellow flowers, make a yellow picture, the wallpaper on your computer or your mobile phone. Spend some time outside in the sun. If it's cloudy out, choose to see the sun that is shining above the clouds. Let the sun shine into your soul to shed light throughout your being. Feel the peace, feel the love, feel the bliss. You can also meditate on the phrase, I do. Breathe deeply, knowing that you're in charge of your life and your emotions. And as we focus on yellow, repeat, the universe is kind. It has my highest good in mind for me always. I'm also recording an I Do meditation that'll be available on my website at bradazen.com and also on my Brada Zen YouTube channel. And it's free, so if you want to check it out, please do. And also, if you want to know more about the power of choice, check out my podcast series, The Power of Choice. I also have a book coming out in late January of 2018 called Soup or Power, which is all about our power of choice and the superpowers that are related to that. Next episode, we're going to look at the fourth chakra, which is the green heart chakra. But until then, break that cycle. Be free. Be big. Because we're giants in a world of giants who've been taught that we're weak and small. But it's time to rise. It's time to let your master out.